Good morning. It is Thursday, July 18th, 2024. Somehow. I don't know when we finished half of 2024, but somehow we did. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Thanks. Good morning.
Thank you. How's everyone doing this morning?
Kepler thinks he's doing great.
Kepler is currently in I don't care about dry food mode. And then this morning ate a bunch of dry food. So I'm like, okay. We're not sure what we are. Do you want a lap? Bet you do.
He sat on the nightstand purring for a half hour this morning.
It's true. Come on up, bud.
Do you want my lap? Hi. Good morning.
Good boy. Very good boy.
You gonna lay down?
I've been working hard.
Good boy.
And it's reasonable that the next Japan vlog will be out either tomorrow or Saturday. It is half an hour long. I think 29 minutes. And I am excited about that.
He's so loud.
Go boy. Go boy.
Good boy, Kepler.
How many of those minutes are Thomas seconds? So Thomas, God bless him. He, if he shot anything in a day, it was like one clip. And then rarely he would shoot 2 clips. Thomas starts every clip in portrait mode. And then turns it sideways. Chaz says he forced me to redo his clip I filmed since I didn't start in portrait. He did it explicitly to mess with me. He did it explicitly to add more work. And it did. I mean, it adds like 15 seconds. Because once I've done it...
So it's 10 seconds with Thomas, plus 15 seconds of work.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I finished the first pass on it last night, finally, after working on it a ton for 2 days. So I'm going to need to watch it today. Once I have it, I need to do another pass, and then I'll be ready to watch it. And I'll probably send it. I'll probably send it to the group.
Okay.
And just let everyone else watch it too. And then, assuming everyone's like, yes, the information in this is accurate and correct, then I will post it tomorrow or Saturday. We're getting there. We're getting there. He's just happy as a clam, ain't he?
He's so happy.
Some mornings, not present. Other mornings, present from the beginning. I think he just wants some attention this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We got 41 months from Quill in the Stars. Cheesehammer gifted a sub to Wedgie Dog. I see you saw that short. 45 months from Tiger. 51 months from Pete Cow. 4 months from Cherry Tree 23. 26 months from Dan the Warrior 101. And Anise gifted a sub to Phoenix TN. Phoenix to you. I've really enjoyed doing the Q&A shorts. It's been a lot of fun. I released another one this morning, I think. I was half asleep. I filmed it yesterday.
Maybe you shouldn't do things while you're half asleep.
No, I can do things when I'm half asleep if I have it done.
I got it.
I'm putting it in your.
I got it.
I was helping you grab this.
I know. I'll get there.
If I get a video like scheduled, then it's scheduled. That's a good point. Vagabond says if he didn't do things when he's half asleep, breakfast stream wouldn't exist. It's true. Yeah, the wedgie story is wild. I'm pretty sure I had never told that before. So that's a new one. That's a new one. For those that didn't see the short, the question asked was, have I ever had a bad interaction with a fan? And like 99% of interactions that we have are like really great. They're really great. And people worry too much also. Because I have had so many messages and stuff or tweets or whatever like after I've met people and they're like, "Hey, I felt like I said I was awkward or I said something wrong," or I'm like, "Don't worry about that." Don't worry about that. That's why I said something in the short about that, because I'm like, people really do worry about that in a big way. But yeah, during one time that we were at a PAX meetup, someone gave me a wedgie. And that was wild. That was a wild experience. It wasn't atomic. They did shout atomic wedgie when they did it. So. Yeah. I keep wondering who was around. Because I asked Mao about it, and she said that you said you weren't around when that happened.
I was at that location, but I was not next to you.
I'm really curious if any of the other like vlog vets were present for that, because I know that I've told the story. I'm curious if anyone else was there to like see that happen. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes these things happen. I really don't feel like there was any malice involved. I really don't. Having talked to this person, it didn't seem like it was a oh, I'm gonna show you thing. It was just a very bad judgment call. That I think they thought it was going to be funnier in their head, and it wasn't. And people had asked on that Q&A like what happened after that, and like we left. It was at the very end of the event anyway, and after that happened, I was like, all right, bye. See ya. Adios. Sayonara. Yeah, let's back it up. Anyway. I also wanted to throw out another thing, because it felt like a lot of the people in the Discord were really concerned. This has not scarred me in any way. Like, it's not like I think about this all the time. Like, to me, it's just a thing that happened, and I think about it anytime someone sends me a message and is like, I feel like that was a bad interaction. And that is when I think back to that moment and I'm like, it wasn't a bad interaction, you're good. Like, you're totally good. Totally good. Yeah. Anyway. Fortunately, I don't have to tell any of you not to do that to people. I wouldn't even do that to, like, people I know. and am close to. Because I'm envisioning like doing that to someone I'm envisioning doing that to Alex and him just being like, "What is wrong with you?" You know. So, Chill Days, yes, yeah, because you're not 12. It's true. It's true.
Chess would end you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... And, like, rightfully so? Rightfully so. Anyway. We got 300 bits from Dan the Warrior. Says, I hope y'all are well. I'm excited because me and my bestie are spending today getting ready for our trip to a fair tomorrow, and I'm very much so looking forward to it. Also, not doing things when half asleep in this day and age is unthinkable. Fair sounds fun. When's our fair?
State fair?
Yeah, is it October?
September, October. I can't remember.
October. I got the email about.
Oh yeah, I had Strands open.
I got the email about Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, that's starting up soon.
Last year I think we did it in like November. That sounds right.
Did we? I thought we did it before State Fair.
No, we did it in November.
Yeah, we did.
I remember very vividly. So that's a thing that we can do.
State Fair's October.
Between the two, I personally prefer State Fair.
Yeah.
I think I prefer it just genuinely, like, based on, like, what's there. But then also, it's closer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to drive very far, whereas if I want to go to the Renaissance Fair, it's, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's 2 hours one way, so it's, you know, it's a whole day.
When is our TRC holiday? That's in August.
Is it in August?
Pretty sure it's in August. It's like the third weekend of August.
Search.
Alligator.
Alligator. It's October.
Oh, it's October? Oh, okay.
Whack an alligator in the head day. This will be third annual. Vagabond nailed it. It is October 21st. And everyone should know it because it should be on everyone else's calendar, too, so they can celebrate. Renee says, oh my god, is that a state holiday? The state of the Raleigh Collective. Should be a national holiday. I'm really excited. Now that we've talked about the fair, now I'm like, I want to go to the fair. But I guess I can't for
not yet.
Three more months. You know what I'm actually most excited for?
It not to be so dang hot.
That's it. That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's been really hot. It's been really hot. Really hot.
2 months.
It'll slowly get better. I mean, not yet. We have to get to August first, and then it'll slowly get better. So, someone that said Extra Life. I'm also excited for Extra Life. Extra Life is something I don't like to think about until we're there, because Extra Life is it's fun, but it's also like immensely stressful on me. The event's not stressful. The setup is stressful. So I try not to think about it until it's like time to do that. I did give my consoles to Roland. Because we have 2 broken GameCubes and a broken N64, and I'm like, gotta get these fixed. So, at some point, I'll hear back about those, and then we'll...
It'd be nice if he brought them to us, so he could see everyone and hang out.
I would like it if Roland hung out. Radio Chud says, how did you break them? That's a great question. I think they just broke. Like, a potential answer for that could be they broke in a move, right? Like, but they can die from just old age. That is a thing that can happen. One game, my childhood GameCube, it doesn't read discs now, And that didn't happen until we moved here. Like in the last house, it did work. In this house, it doesn't. So like something happened from one place to another. I have a RGB modded N64, and something's wrong with that power supply because
What about the third port?
That's a different GameCube.
Oh.
Yeah, the N64, it's something's faulty with the power because we were playing it during the Super Bowl. Because we were, and this was like not this year, this was last year, but when we were playing it then,
oh yeah, we all had COVID during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, when we were playing it then, it just like would randomly shut off or randomly reset. So that needs fixed. And then I have another GameCube that we bought right before this previous Extra Life, so we would have a backup GameCube, and it was HDMI modded, and that's cool, that's great, that's convenient. But that one, when I got it, the third controller port was screwy, and we didn't know.
Until Dan had to play Mario Party.
Yeah. So, I got a good deal on that GameCube, though, because it wasn't from, like, someone that builds them. It was, like, someone that owned that, and then, you know, was just selling it, and they had it for a good price. But yeah, I don't mind that it broke, or it was broken, because it did give us literally our most popular video we've ever released. I don't know, it's like 12 million views or something. And I'm like, alright, it's fine. It's totally fine.
Do you see this croissant?
Little croissant.
Little croissant.
Jam says, I would kill or at least pay a lot if Nintendo would make reproduction hardware of some of their older stuff to play classic games. Well, I mean, they did that with the NES Classic and Super NES Classic. I know that that's not the same thing because it doesn't play the carts. But typically, console, well, they don't have to, but typically console manufacturers like lose money on consoles. So they would probably have to charge a little bit extra. They can't make money on software, which is one of the things they're banking on for like modern stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. The good news is, like, there are companies that are doing it, right? I know analog can be, depending on if you're buying an aluminum handheld, can be expensive. But like they're doing it. Get back on, mentioned it. Whoo! I saw that tweet. Like, I saw them release that. For those that don't know, Analog, who makes modern version of retro consoles, they made the Analog Pocket, which plays Game Boy games, and they just released a special edition that's entirely made out of metal. Like, every part of it is metal. And it's $500. And I was like, oh. That's a lot of, it's a lot of money. Sounds like it would get, I don't know that it would get hot. One thing that I thought about is that it would be heavy. It would probably be heavy. I think it would be interesting if Nintendo was making their own consoles again. That would be curious. But we do have consoles for a lot of old things. NES, Super NES, Genesis.
Oh, I need to rotate. Yeah.
What's the other one? I mean, the Pocket. What's the Duo?
The DS?
No, the Duo. It plays the TurboGrafx, that's what it is. TurboGrafx PC Engine. Yeah. Did the Polymega ever come out? Is that real? Because for the longest time, it was just like a little pipe dream. It was interesting what they were trying to do. but it's expensive. It's very expensive. We had 68 months from Sephiroth, 58 months from Lixrin, 20 months from Brandon the Bicon, and 300 bits from Dane says, I just had a fun idea. What if the 300-bit breakfast stream alert changed to reflect the drink that had the most cups the previous quarter? So after this summer, if Pink Lemonade wins, the alert would be Pink Lemonade this fall. That's an interesting idea. There's a lot of different ways that we could change the alerts up, just in general. I think we'll be thinking more about that too. Did you take a cat tax?
I did.
Oh.
That's what I was doing on my phone.
Fire God says, more work for Chaz. True, but it's also Chaz's job. So I generally don't feel bad about asking Chaz to do that. I'm like, make? Please, can you make? We've actually, the 300-bit alert on Breakfast Stream has never changed. Mm-hmm. It's actually been the exact same for almost 6 years. We could probably do a little bit more with some of those. Let's take a look at this art. Little curled up shrimp boy. Little guy.
He is just having the best morning.
Good.
Woke up purring.
I want him to have...
He's been purring since 5 a.m., it feels like.
I want him to have the best morning every morning. Every single morning. We should probably let folks know the thing that happened.
Oh, my thing. I thought I forgot.
You forgot. Mal is the newest Twitch partner.
Yay.
She did it. And I assume that at some point they'll put like a check mark.
Oh, I already have it.
Did it? You have it? Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good work.
I think no one noticed it.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Shout out to all of you for making that a reality, for the constant viewership, for, I mean, very, very, very much the past 16 months, but then also the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chaz for rereading the requirements. Well, one set of the requirements, because it's actually, sorry, it's not the right music for this. It's actually, the requirements are written in several different places on the site, and they change.
Yeah.
They change. So Chaz reread it and was like, wait a minute, I think Mal can just apply now. And I was like, what? So instead of pushing hard for 3 months, you only had to push hard for 2 months. And that's good.
Yeah.
You did it. The other thing is that, and one of the reasons we wanted partnership for Mal in the first place was so she would have access to the encoding.
Yeah.
So people can, like, people on slower internet connections can just choose the resolution and stuff. Because, like, affiliates can get that, but it's dependent upon, like, network strain and how many other partners are using it. And if you have a partner, you just get it. So that's good. Because we've never once streamed in 720p. We've never done that. I remember having that conversation early on. I don't know if it was Chaz or Alex or someone was like, you know, it would be better if you streamed at, 720p. And I was like, what if we just streamed at maximum quality? So we did. Yeah, this is not better music. Well, it's slightly better, just not by much. Have an Eddie instead.
Put down that podcast and pick up Tiny Eddie's classical lasagna and brisket nibbles.
1,000 bits from Travis Salem, who says, Eddie, my partner, give Mao a treat for reaching partner. Put down that podcast and pick up classical lasagna and brisket nibbles.
You could make that.
You can make it work?
Yeah, like brisket lasagna, like a barbecue lasagna, but like on a crostini, so it's like what's it called when you put stuff on crostinis?
Bruschetta?
A bruschetta. Yeah. It's a lasagna barbecue bruschetta.
I do really like the phrase lasagna barbecue. Or, sorry, barbecue lasagna. To insinuate that you're going to create a lasagna that is of barbecue, meat products. Lunar says it's a thing. I believe that it's a thing, but I do need to see a photo of it. So I'm going to...
I'm still thinking about the barbecue we had last week on date night.
That was a very good place.
Yeah.
That, and I said it in the vlog and I stand by it. That was the best turkey I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
A more fair competition would be to have that and then eat like fried turkey. Like have that and then fried Bojangles turkey back to back to make a better judgment call. But
Bojangles doesn't have fried turkey anymore.
I know, which makes this place the victor. Barbecue lasagna. That's...
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Go to Google image search, type in barbecue lasagna, look at the results, and you'll go, yeah, that's barbecue lasagna. Several results down. Guy Fieri eats barbecue lasagna on diners, drive-ins, and dives. When are we making our barbecue lasagna?
I'm not. So it's not a we.
I gotta make some pudding. Do you remember, like, a while back?
Yeah.
When I was like, I want to get some pudding. And then Mao bought the pudding thing. And I haven't done it yet.
Vagabond wants to know when you're making brownies.
After pudding. Pudding needs to come first. I need to make pudding. I could make... I might make it today. I might make the pudding today.
Any list.
That could be a today thing. Pudding comes first because pudding is easier. That's why. Oh.
Did you get cereal the other day?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if I make brownies, but then put the pudding on top?
No?
What do you mean no?
No.
Well, if they're my brownies,
Then, okay.
like a layer
I
of...
thought they were my brownies.
A layer of pudding. But they're mine in the sense that I'm making them. That would be a lot.
Yeah.
Get dessert lasagna. See? I will make brownies at some point. I could make them today, I suppose. I do want to celebrate the fact that you hit partner. I could celebrate that by making brownies.
Okay.
I wanted to make raspberry brownies. But when I went to the store, they didn't have them.
Uh-huh.
I think Costco has them, though.
They did, yes. Do you need that many?
No, but, like...
Listen. Just drive over to Publix, because they have the cream cheese frosted brownies, and get those. Those are, like, super nostalgic for me. Because that's what my dad got, like, almost every time we would go over to his house. They're swirled on top with cream cheese and chocolate.
Yeah, my mom made those all the time. She made them from scratch, but she made them all the time. We called them zebra brownies.
See, we'd get those, and then we'd cut them into 9. And then we'd eat one on Friday, we'd each eat one. And then on Saturday, we'd each eat another one. And then on Sunday, we'd each eat another one. And then we'd go back to my mom's house.
Yeah, I really wanted to make raspberry brownies, so I might do that. Also, I feel like raspberry brownies would be easier to make.
Instead of buying some pre-made.
Well, that's the other thing, is that I want to, like, make a thing, right?
Okay.
You know, I don't want to make a box. I want to, like, I want to take the ingredients and make the thing. Because I've never done that. Like, I want to do that. I want to experience that. Turn it into a stream and you'll get it done. It's not incorrect. It's not wrong. I should stream brownie making.
Someone asked if my streams were changing. Next week they will all be the same still.
Ultimately, they probably will change. But in the short term, they might actually increase because you have a painting to do.
I have a deadline on big canvas.
So you may not have as much of a schedule with this big painting. It might be more of like, I'm just going to go live in the mornings occasionally and paint.
Yeah.
But that's also how you did Fruit Punch.
I think so.
I think that's how you did Fruit Punch. You're still going to be playing Dark Cloud, though, I assume.
I mean, I want to at least finish Chapter 7. But I will do it Monday. But it may not be as regular as it has been. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you can decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
The ball is in your court. Or the golf ball, I guess.
Summoned beneath a puzzle ziggurat, Tiny Eddie's Halloween pterodactyl rounds.
Halloween's the perfect time to eat a pterodactyl, which we've learned recently is not a dinosaur. 1,000 Bits from Slick Duke says, first, congrats, Mal, on getting partner. Second, Eddie, I need a snack to recover from the Lindsey Sterling concert I went to last night, but also good for whitewater river rafting today. What you got? I hope you're enjoying your trip.
Yeah.
I don't know that you'll enjoy it more or less eating pterodactyl. Maybe less.
Pterodactyl rounds sound like chicken nuggets, but obviously pterodactyl, but like round. Just the most abnormally shaped machine cut round instead of like chicken nugget shaped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Orbs.
I went whitewater rafting when I was how old was I? 13?
Middle or high school, maybe?
14. I think I was probably a freshman in high school. I think it was 14. I went twice, so I must have went when I was like 14 and 15, maybe. I've been on 2 different occasions. It can be a great time. I think it's heavily dependent on the guide you have, the person that's leading your expedition.
See, I never went on one that big.
How big?
Like a 4-person raft.
Oh, yeah.
With my dad and Carly.
Oh, it was just the 3 of you?
Mm-hmm. In Wisconsin. So it wasn't that crazy.
Are you describing just going down a river in a raft?
There was some white water, but not...
Okay.
I was not picturing it. I was picturing it more than it was, but they also said the river was low. I remember.
Oh. Yeah. It was, the first time I went, I had a really, really great guide and put all of my...
Trust?
Yeah, my anxiety at ease. Mm-hmm. And I walked away from that trip thinking I would do that again, which is wild because I'm literally putting myself into an environment that I hate. I don't want to be around water. But I did it, and I walked away, and I was like, that was cool. And then I did it a second time, and I had a very different guide with a very different attitude about things. And I was like, never again. Done with that. Got to experience that twice. Don't want to do that again. But if you don't hate/fear water, it could be a fun experience. Anyway, next week I'm playing Subnautica. Can't wait! Can't wait! It's gonna be fun. Yeah, for those that didn't know, yesterday I finished Metroid Fusion. I'll try and get that VOD out today or tomorrow. And then next week I'm starting Subnautica, so it's gonna be interesting. Be a very different type of experience, but a fun one. We had 61 months from Everchanger, 100 bits from Fire Goddess, 21 months from Cat Lizard, and 12 months from That Lazy Bro. Congrats on the one. Kiwi says, you don't like water or the depths, so you're going to play the Depths Water game. Correct. Correct. Yeah. I'm playing it on PC. So I won't be in this room. I will be in my office. Looking forward to it though. It's a different type of game. I do like to play different things.
Sorry.
What happened?
I was trying to pet him, and I didn't hit, but like I touched his whiskers and he pulled back because he thought I was going to.
He's having a really good time.
His eyes are shut and he's just purring away.
He's having a really good time. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm really excited about playing that. It's longer than the Metroid games I've been playing, so I'll probably be playing it for a bit.
Yeah.
But it's not as long as, let's say, Tears of the Kingdom.
We got a map.
We do have a map.
We have a spirit map.
Last week we had more progress in Tears of the Kingdom than I probably we've ever had.
We had a map.
Because we had a map. I think we got like... Well, I guess I can tell you. I can tell you exactly how many. How many shrines did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 shrines. 14 last week. I don't know that we'll get 14 this week, but probably 10. That's impressive.
Yeah.
So, based on how things are going, it looks to me like Zelda will probably end in September. It's hard to know exactly for sure, but I would venture that come October we will not be playing Zelda anymore because I think we will have done all of the things. Zelda has an end,
right?
Malachi says perfect timing for Echoes of Wisdom. I do not yet know what we're playing after Tears of the Kingdom. I can definitively say it will not be another year-long game, and I do not believe it's going to be another Zelda game. It'll probably be different from those, but I'm not sure. Doesn't mean that we'll never play Echoes of Wisdom, but I don't believe we're going to leave one Zelda game and move into another Zelda game. So I'll figure out what we're going to do. I asked patrons about it this previous month, and I have been taking some of those ideas and writing them down, and then I'll have a meeting with Mal and with Chaz and figure out exactly what we want to do. So There's some. I haven't shown you the list yet.
No, you haven't.
There's some fun ideas on there. Some things that are very different, like some things that I think people would expect. Some things people may not expect. So we'll see. But all of the stuff on there, I'm cool with doing, which is why it's on the list. When people were like, maybe this, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm excited about that. It'll be fun to. I really have genuinely enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom, but I am looking forward to like playing a different game. It's been very weird to change the Metroid game I'm playing like every few weeks because they're so short.
Yeah.
It's a very strange experience. Like you just finish games quickly, and Zelda is not that. It's a long game. Who would have thought? We get 300 bits from Gadzooks, who says, for 300 bits, you get a trifecta of aesthetically pleasing baseball names. Ed Head, Greg Leg, and Hein Mine. Or is that Heiny Miney? I feel like I knew someone named Ed Head, but maybe I'm... I don't even know. Is it Heiny Miney? I love it. Maybe it's Heeny.
Heine? Heine?
Heeny Meeny. All of these names have big, nuggy struggy energy. Related, don't name your child Nuggy Struggy. There's better choices. Better choices. Do you think Greg Leg was tall? Too late, you gave me the bad advice. He was all leg. No torso, just a head sitting on top of a waist.
You know what I did yesterday?
Hit partner.
I was talking about the garden, but okay.
Tell me about the garden.
I pulled all the sweet peas out.
Okay.
I pulled all the corn that I could get to out.
Okay.
And I took all of the melon vines because they are going wild.
Yeah.
Like, uncontrollable wild. I'm kind of glad the deer are eating the ones they can get to because it's keeping them in check.
Oh, okay.
And I trained them up the trellis the best I can.
Okay. So at this point, what is remaining in the garden?
Melon. Tomato. That's it. The beans are still there, but they're not really growing beans, so I should pull them too.
Okay. It's been a weird garden.
I don't know what day of the week the thing comes by to get like grass clippings. I'll probably pull it the day before that happens. I need to look it up.
I feel bad that so much of the stuff died. Well, it's not that it died so much as it was destroyed.
Well, the snap
by
peas,
animals or God.
The snap peas were fine. We got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then otherwise it was just kind of corn and
we had
beans.
one ear of corn.
Yeah. That was the thing that was mostly destroyed.
But that was sad.
That was sad.
Because you're like, man, there's going to be corn. And you weren't wrong.
It got destroyed in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. There was one corn. Mm-hmm. One ear of corn. I did get to eat some of it. It was delicious. And then it was gone.
Yeah.
Also, the structure of the garden is so destroyed.
Yeah.
So, I am wondering if we just destroy it. Just like
I mean, we can't
out.
right now because the melons and tomatoes are still growing, but end of season.
Yeah, I thought that was understood. Yeah. Hey, I know you got those melons, but Screw them. Just destroy the whole thing. The structure's falling apart,
Yeah.
so it kind of feels like we should get rid of it.
Well, when it's end of season, we'll message the landlord and be like, listen, this is what's happening.
We'll shoot our shot to see if they'll fix it.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't hurt.
And if not, we'll be like, well, then get rid of it, because...
We'll tell them to get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea. I like that. Because they probably won't do anything about it.
They have to do something.
Well, I mean,
One or the other.
they probably won't build us another garden.
No.
Because what they're probably going to say is something like, we weren't the ones that built that, like some other...
But you own the property and it's
like,
on it.
Well, like some other tenants.
Oh, you
right?
think so?
I think they're going to be like, we didn't build that, some other tenants built that, therefore it's not our problem or something. So we're not going to give you another garden because we never gave people a garden to begin with. That was just there from when someone else built it. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we're going to get another garden. I think if we want another garden, we would have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost some amount of money.
I already priced it. It's going to be at least $200.
Well, when you say at least 200, does that mean 200 or does that mean 200 but actually 400?
Actually 400. It would be 200 to put the wood up and fix that. But then we have to build a new fence.
Okay. So 400.
Yeah.
Because 200, I'm like, well, okay, yeah, we could, yeah. But then when it gets to 400, I'm like, at that point, that's money that you could spend not only in gas to go to the State Farmers Market, but to buy the food at the State Farmers Market.
Yeah.
It's not working out in our favor. So, Leafy says, sometimes landlords give you a break on rent if you improve the property, so maybe that's another avenue. It's not that you're wrong, that's a real thing, but
our landlord
won't do that because our property...
I mean, we can't guarantee that. We will ask, but
we
don't have any hope for that.
Yeah, I really, I expect nothing from landlords.
Yeah.
I've had so many bad experiences with landlords that I just expect them to do nothing. Mm-hmm. I expect them to do nothing. When we moved in here, our shower needed recaulked because it was bad. Yeah. So we made them come out and do it. And they did it, but they used the wrong caulk. Yeah. And
they didn't tell us to not shower in there until it was dry. I knew that you couldn't. So, we waited because I knew. And then, immediately it fell apart.
Yeah, because they used the wrong stuff.
I don't even think it's bathroom stuff. I think it's just, the stuff you should use. When you put trim up.
It fell apart immediately. Yeah. And it's one of those things that, if we want it done correctly, we will have to do it ourselves. Yeah. And Mao is planning to just do it herself. Yeah. Fortunately, you know how to do it and can do it.
It's not hard. It's the most beginner-friendly house repair project ever.
Go for it. I will cheer you on and go to the store to buy the things you need.
Okay, well, I need...
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it sucks.
They didn't even use, the color that had been on the shower.
Yeah. The thing is, the two best landlords we've ever had are the two places we've lived the shortest amount of time. Because our best landlords were the place we just lived, which was for 9 months. Yeah. And then the very, very first place we lived in Colombia. Yeah. Which we only lived at for a year. Yeah. that was like we lived in the apartment complex, and they did stuff. Like, you called them, and they came immediately and dealt with things.
Yeah.
And that was great.
Yeah.
And that was our first experience, and we're like, oh, this is fine. And then we had the guy that tore up our floors and went to the car show.
Which one has been the worst? Ooh.
I think our worst was the last place we lived in South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's kind of close. but that, the last place we lived in South Carolina was, that was bad. That was the place that when we moved in, there was glass everywhere. They just hadn't done anything. And we were like, we found glass everywhere. And they're like, what? What? So we took care of that. Mm-hmm. They did come out and clean the 2 square foot red wine stain that was in the master bedroom, which is so confusing.
Yeah. And they fixed the ceiling because there was water damage.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I think I don't like that landlord specifically because we had other problems and we reached out and she just ignored us.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you just stop bothering. And then when we moved out, we had these problems, and she was like, why didn't you tell me about these problems? And I flipped out, because I'm like, we did. We did tell you about the problems. I'm like, I have a text history that shows we told you about the problems. And she's like, no. Because if I would have known about the problems, I would have been out there and I would have taken care of it. And I was like...
You didn't.
The hell you would have. You didn't. Anyway, that was bad. That, I hated that so much. And she was the nastiest person.
Yeah.
What a... Oh. The way that she talked to us on the phone, like when we were like getting ready to like move out, was awful. It was awful. She made us feel like we had destroyed the place. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Sorry, we moved in with glass everywhere. Yeah, that was probably the worst one. And like this one's fine. This one's fine. Like, are there problems? There's problems, but this one's fine. Like, to come full circle, when you've had a wedgie, things seem like less bad in comparison. And we're back.
That, sweetheart.
Oh, my button still doesn't work. I will fix the button right after this stream. I know I can fix it. I keep forgetting to do it. Anyway, let me tell you about things that are coming up. First things first.
Tomorrow.
At
11 a.m.
At 11 a.m.
I am painting.
Twitch.tv/Malmakes.
I am painting the biggest canvas.
The biggest canvas
that I've painted.
That Mal has ever painted. 30 inches tall. 40 inches wide. That's so many inches.
It is.
120 square inches. Does that math work out? Seems right. No. 1,200. 13.
What's the diagonal, Stephen? No one tell him.
It does not. 1,200. 1,200. 1,200. There's 2 zeros, so it's... If they each have a 0, they got 1,200 square inches. 12,000 inches. It's the biggest canvas anyone's ever seen in their lives. No one has ever been bigger. So anyway, that's tomorrow at 11 a.m.
How is it getting delivered?
I've seen a bigger canvas.
Yeah, we've been to art museums.
Yeah. Yeah. Pollock who?
Sarahu.
Yeah, that's it's getting delivered by being deconstructed.
Yeah.
Because you can take the canvas off of the stretcher bars and then it becomes tiny. So that's going to be happening.
I'll stream me packaging it, I think.
I think it'll be very interesting
Yeah.
for people to see. I think they'd really love to see that. So that's tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Mal's channel. And then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we return to the kingdom, the Teary-Eyed Kingdom, where we will be proceeding to use more of the map and finding more shrines. And then we still have some sky shrines to do.
Not many.
Not many, but like they're there. We should probably...
I've been told that number, but I've forgotten that number.
I haven't been told that number. We should go to the sky at some point. If we get tired of the land.
I know there's also one more labyrinth.
Yeah, it's in the desert. You can see it from the map.
Yeah.
Shane says, you have a lot of light routes. The thing that you said is not incorrect. It's not that we said it was wrong, it's just that we don't get anything. We do the shrines, hearts go up. We do the light routes, and our map lights up. So we can find more light routes, so our map lights up. So we can find more. Yeah, we'll get the shrines. We'll get the shrines. We'll get the shrines. We'll start there. We'll get the shrines. The fun thing is that like what we're doing in Tears of the Kingdom is identical to
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Like in Breath of the Wild, the thing I wanted to do was beat the game and get the shrines, and that is exactly what we're doing in this one too. So I don't know what other things we'll do. We'll also take viewer requests. That's something we did in Breath of the Wild, and that's something we will do when it gets closer to that time. I don't remember how we did it last time. I think maybe Chaz made like a Google form or something for people to write things in. So we'll probably do that, and then we'll look at the viewer requests. Well, I won't look at the viewer requests. Chaz will look at the viewer requests and take like the best ones, and then we'll do that. So yeah, it'll be exciting at some point here in the next few weeks, and then we'll play something after the stream. I should show you the list so far, because you might be like, oh, well, that's neat, and I can go, yeah, it is.
How about we do that right now? That's neat.
Well, I haven't shown you what it is yet, so when you see them, you might. Anyway, it's 10 a.m. in a second, and there's a vlog that will release at 10 a.m., which is pretty cool.
15 seconds.
Because yesterday's vlog is what's releasing at 10 a.m., and that's pretty cool. Because I'm caught up. And if everything goes well, I will get the next Japan vlog out in the next day or two. So they're fun. They are fun. I want to make sure everyone understands they are fun. They are fun. It is a challenge, but it's fun.
It's a fun challenge.
It's a fun challenge, but it does.
I helped you organize it. It was fun.
I honestly, I needed your help. I needed your help, and I will need your help again. Once I finish this one and this one's out, and I get started on 317,
you'll need my help again.
I will need your help again. So, yeah. Hey, the vlog's out. It's me talking about Metroid Fusion. It's only... excuse me. It's only mildly spoilery. It has a few shots, like gameplay sections in there that show some things that are in the game, and I talk about the game. It's a little spoilery, but not like in a... IMO, not in a, like a huge way. But your opinion may vary.
You did sneeze Kepi awake.
Sorry. Okay, that's it. Thanks everybody for being here. Mal will see you
tomorrow at 11.
Tomorrow at 11. That is in 25 hours. A cool 25 hours from now. We'll be back. Well, we won't be back.
I will be.
I might. Sometimes I bring you like a drink. Sometimes.